What's going on, guys? It's Afraid Not, and we're back on Black Ops 1, my favourite COD, and I say that every time that I start a video on Black Ops 1, it just makes me so happy to play it. Obviously, apart from the second chances, I did come up against a few in this little session that I had the other day, but it's still by far the best Call of Duty in my opinion, and this is definitely one of the best guns in the series, I feel. I know that the AK-47 has been in a few games, I think mostly the Infinity Ward games, and did they have one? They didn't have one in World at War, and they definitely didn't have one in Black Ops 2, but they did have that that one that was very similar to an AK-47, but this is by far the best one. I love the sight on it, I love the way it handled, love the way it looked, especially in gold. I have actually got a gameplay of it with it being in gold as well, and it looks really nice. I really like the gold actually in Black Ops 1, and I don't think they've really done that well with the gold camos ever since Black Ops 1. But anyway, as usual, I'm not really going to be talking about the gameplay. I'm going to be talking about a little article I read, which kind of leads on from a little experience that I had last weekend. Now, I went on Steam, funny enough, and I thought, you know what, I really fancy playing like a new game. Let's see what's out there. And I went through like the top 10 games or top 10 played games, and I think 3 or 4 of them I think were paid early access games. Now, we're going to talk about that because what this article was about is about Xbox One developers, or people developing games for the Xbox One. They have asked Microsoft permission to be able to post early access games onto the Xbox store. And as a rule, I don't have a problem with developers coming out with their alphas, their betas, etc, etc. And to be honest, I wouldn't have a problem with early access games if it wasn't chargeable. I can't stand the fact that I bought DayZ. I don't know if you guys know, obviously you probably do. I have posted a couple of videos of it on my channel before, but I did buy DayZ under early access, and it's still under early access, and no one has even mentioned a release date for this game, so this game might never be finished. And I played it for the first time in about 3 months, and I'll be honest with you, without a few little things, and I mean very very few minor, you know, little hats here or a new gun or something, it is absolutely no different to what it was when I played it 3 months ago. And it just opens that door because they've got my money, and I'll be honest with you, I just feel like a complete mug for buying the early access. I do support DayZ, I love the idea. I know the head guy there is now leaving, so I don't know where all the creativity is going to go now, but I just feel like a mug for buying it. I'm not that into the developers to really support them and pay for it, which I have. And I mean, to be honest, this is where my problem I think lies, is where when people charge for early access games, it opens up the door for them never to finish it, because once they've got your money and they turn around and say, you know, oh, maybe we've gone bust, or we've just taken your money and run, or whatever, I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So I think what the point I'm trying to make is that if they're going to do early access games, they have to be free, have to be like a beta, have to be like an alpha. I can't understand now the concept of charging for it. I know that developers are they're going to try and fund for their game, but then game developers have always been able to fund for their games before this whole early access phase, and I hate the fact that we're just accepting it, and that's what I think what's really starting to annoy me just about everyone. I mean, I've paid for DayZ, I've had the experience. I will never pay for another early access game ever again, because and it is a bad experience. I do like DayZ, I like dipping in there every now and then, however, I've paid for a product that will probably never be finished. Like when you look at DayZ, I mean, you think after a couple of months the AI would at least be sorted. They're walking through walls, which they were when they first come out. They're just doing all kinds of stupid shit that you think that'll be the first thing you sort out. Not adding things into the game, just sort out the game mechanics before you actually start adding all of these silly little features. But that's just a little rant on DayZ, but I'm not going to go there. But it kind of ties into this early access rant that I'm going on. So the moral of the story is, do not buy early access games unless it's an early access game for a game that you or a developer who's made games in the past that you absolutely love and you want to kind of financially back and put in their pocket before they've actually really given you anything substantial. As a whole, developers and most companies just you can't trust, and just don't trust anyone that's trying to sell you anything. And that's something in life. If anyone's trying to sell you anything, do not trust them. And I kind of have a little bit of experience because I'm a salesman by trade, so don't trust me either, especially if I'm trying to sell you something. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a rating if you did, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.